For most of our lives, we're told something that sounds perfectly logical. Work hard, save your money, and eventually you'll become wealthy. It's advice repeated by parents, teachers, and even financial institutions. But when you actually look at how wealth is created in the real world, you notice something surprising. Many of the people who save the most money never become truly wealthy. And at the same time, some people who don't focus on saving at all end up building enormous wealth. So what's going on? Why does saving money, something that sounds so responsible, rarely lead to real financial freedom? And what are wealthy people doing differently? In this video, we're going to break down a truth about money that most people only realize far too late. Because understanding this one idea could completely change the way you build wealth for the rest of your life. Number 1. The traditional advice everyone hears. Almost everyone grows up hearing the same financial advice. Go to school, get a good job, work hard, save a portion of your income, and eventually you'll be financially secure. At first glance, this advice seems perfectly reasonable. Saving money is responsible. Avoiding unnecessary spending is smart. And building financial discipline is extremely important. But there's a problem with this strategy if it's the only thing you rely on. Because saving money alone is like trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy backpack. You're moving forward, but very slowly. And the reason for that comes down to something most people underestimate: inflation. Number 2. The silent enemy, inflation. Inflation is one of the most powerful forces affecting your money. But it's also one of the most misunderstood. Inflation simply means that over time, the cost of goods and services increases. What $10 could buy 20 years ago might require $20 or $30 today. This means something extremely important. If your money is sitting still, it's actually losing purchasing power every year. And this is where the saving-only strategy begins to fail. Because while you are slowly adding money to your savings account, inflation is quietly reducing what that money can actually buy. Number 3. Why the wealthy think differently about money. When you study how wealthy individuals manage their finances, you notice something very different. They don't focus primarily on saving money. Instead, they focus on owning assets. Assets are things that can generate income or grow in value over time. Examples include stocks, businesses, real estate, intellectual property, investments. Instead of storing money, they put money to work. And once you understand this shift in thinking, everything about wealth building starts to make more sense. Number 4. The power of ownership. Ownership changes everything. When you own something valuable, your wealth can grow without you constantly working for every dollar. For example, when you own shares of a company, you benefit when that company grows. When you own property, you benefit when the value increases. When you build a business, your income is no longer limited by hourly work. Ownership allows wealth to expand beyond your personal labor. And this is why many of the wealthiest people in the world focus heavily on acquiring assets rather than simply saving income. Number 5. The time advantage. Another powerful reason saving alone won't make you rich is time. Wealth compounds over long periods, but only if your money is actively invested in things that grow. If money sits in a low-interest account, the growth is extremely slow. But if money is invested in productive assets, growth accelerates dramatically over time. That's why starting early is one of the most powerful advantages any investor can have. Number 6. The real wealth strategy. So if saving alone isn't enough, what actually works? The real strategy is surprisingly simple. Use saving as the starting point, but then convert those savings into assets that grow. Savings create stability. Assets create wealth. And when both work together, financial progress becomes dramatically faster. Saving money is important, but saving alone will never create financial freedom. Because wealth isn't built by storing money, it's built by deploying money into things that grow. And once you understand this difference, you begin to see the financial world very differently. But that raises an even more important question. If assets are the key to building wealth, which assets should beginners actually focus on first? Because some assets build wealth, while others quietly destroy it. And in the next video, we're going to break down the 3 most powerful assets that have created more millionaires than anything else in the modern economy. Once you understand these 3, you'll start seeing opportunities most people completely miss. Thanks for watching Simple Money Lab. If this helped you better understand your finances, take a moment to like and subscribe. Keep learning, stay consistent, and let's build smarter money habits together. See you in my next video. Bye for now.